welcome back on a dreary, nasty crypto day. No, it's not crypto before dark. It's crypto after dark. What's up, everybody? Professor Keith, Carolina Keith the simp. I hate Keith. Oh my God, Keith's a horrible human being. He's he's a sociopath. That's me. Good to see everybody on a Thursday. Happy everybody came. 14 people on here so far. Almost all 14 of you have hit like. But if you haven't, go bump it one time. It's free. Likes are free here. Why not? It's free. Yes, I misspelled the word sell and put SEP. Hopefully someone caught that. We're going to talk a little bit about it. I kind of did it on purpose, and I meant to do SEPP, but I did SEP, but whatever. My back was hurting, and I was a little frustrated, so I may have typed the wrong thing on purpose or not. Who really knows? Let's say hey to some people before we get started. We're going to talk about the entire market tonight. As you see, I've got USDC pulled up on the screen here, just for an example. We're going to use it to talk about it a little bit tonight and how stable coins continue to kind of run the show a bit, how Bitcoin dominance looks, what the Bitcoin chart looks like, and how that negatively or positively affects everything. And we'll dance around a little bit and see what we can see. So, who all's here? Ron Poteet, first every single time. Thomas Gawthorne, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Ryan McDonald, what's up, dude? Rope-a-dope, awesome name. Sven, what's up, dude? Thomas Gawthorne. Jehovah's Thickness, one of the top names ever. He said, what's up, Mavid Doss? It's a parody account on Twitter. He trashes David Moss constantly. Is the Ichimoku cloud the best used on a weekly or daily time frame? How accurate is it wise percent? Thank you, Thomas. Excellent question. The Ichimoku cloud works great on the daily chart. There are multiple strategies. You can use all 4 check marks for a go. You can use 2 out of 4 check marks for a go and buy 50% at that point and then 50% later. And you can also use it to scale out. As each check mark goes away, you remove a portion of your buy or a portion of your profits or a portion of whatever you have in there. That's kind of up to you. The Ichimoku strategy is an awesome setup. It works great. It's pretty damn accurate. It's not perfect. It does lag on purpose, and that's to kind of keep you out of a bad or a sideways trade. It's kind of built that way on purpose. Let's see. Been a long time. How's everyone? Not too bad. Let's great. CO hi. We said David R. What's up, Keith? What's up, brother? Good to see you. Juan Pablo. What's up, my friend? Big Dex. What's up, Electric Motherfucking Ken? Good to see you. Liam Tierney says, this is my neck, my back. Karaoke Zoom party? My neck, my back. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Let's go. Nate Lambo, what's up, brother? Good to see you. What's up, Jeremy? On my way home from work. That's what's up. Well, come on home and get drunk. I am not drinking tonight. My back is killing me. I went to the doctor for the first time today in 10 years. First time. 10 years. Wow. Dude, I don't know what's up with my lower back, but it sucks. Having a hard time sitting. We talked about it a little bit in the Discord today. I think it's got a lot to do with the fact that I don't do what I used to do anymore. I come in here and I sit and I work. Meet with you guys, do one-on-one sessions, meet with the admins, chart. I'm working. I think that's the problem. I got to change my routine. I got to change things. I think I may get a better chair, a more ergonomically sound chair that's for my lower back. I got to start doing more exercises and more yoga. Yeah, I know. I have to drink less. Yeah, I know. I don't drink a lot to begin with, but I casually drink. So I'm going to try to cut back on that a little bit. I'm still here to drink whiskey when my back feels better. I just got Gatorade tonight, okay? Don't stress on me. What's up, Crypto Humper? Good to see you, brother. I haven't seen you in a minute. What's up, dude? He's an old school guy, brother. He's been around for a minute. He's been around since the Mr. Level Down days. Dan McKenna, what's up, dude? Crypto Boss Andrew, look at you, bro. What's up? What's up, Hollywood? I see you. Miss Tiffany Britt, lift weights. Yeah, you're right, Tiffany. The problem is, for a lot of years, I crawled around, twisted around, and bent around through attics. And I put a lot of stress on my back, and my knees, and my ankles. And it's all coming back to bite me now. So I noticed that like maybe 5 years ago, I was having a hard time crawling. My knees were starting to bother me pretty bad. And now as I've gotten closer to 40, it's gotten worse. So it's starting to suck. Standing desk is better. Yeah, I know that's what a couple people recommended today was a standing desk. Thing is, I got a really nice desk in here, and I hate to go changing it. I think what I'm going to start doing is just using my wireless keyboard, my wireless mouse, and standing and doing what I'm doing, because you guys can't see this, but I have a 3-monitor setup in here. I have a 42-inch TV because it was a 32, but one crapped out on me, so I pulled one out of the bedroom and brought it in here. I have a 32-inch monitor over here, and I have a 21-inch computer monitor over here. I'm going to redo all this maybe on the end of the second quarter, put new screens in. And I'm going to get adjustable ones, I think, that I can just stand up and do what I want to do. Ian Marquez says, what's up? What's up? He said, now you're making me sound old, bro. If you remember the Mr. Level Down days, then that puts you at the top of the old school list, all right? That puts us way out in front of most people. So let's get into it a little bit here. USDC. So I put, can we break the sell pressure? And what did I mean by that? Well, if we go to the weekly chart real quick and have a gander. First of all, these take profit boxes have all been hit. As you see, they're all take profit levels. 1272, 1414, and 1618. What are those? Those are take profit levels on a Fibonacci scale. What is the Fibonacci scale? Fibonacci scale is literally the perfect number, or the perfect golden ratio of 1.618 with a whole bunch of decimals after that. What is that? Well, that number is the golden ratio, and that's the same number that Leonardo da Vinci used to draw the perfect circle and to draw the picture of the perfect human. I'm sure you've seen it in places where the guy's standing there with his arms out, and it's like a symmetrical human. That's where he got the measurements from. In fact, he was so complexed. He was so perplexed by the idea of that he used that in all of his drawings from then on, so he could make it perfectly dimensional. He used that when he did anatomy. It turns out that scientists have discovered that Fibonacci sequences, even in your DNA, between your ACTG, and if you don't know what that is, that's adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. I'm not a molecular biologist, but I do remember 10th grade science, and that's what we talked about. Particularly thymine. The Fibonacci sequence is most prominent in the thymine in your DNA. Useless knowledge, everyone. Ring it up. Anyway, as you see, this weekly candle right here had a lot of sell pressure. And what do I mean by sell pressure? Well, real quick, a little bit of candle diagnosis for you here. When you have a wick on a candle on the top and very little wick on the bottom, that shows me pressure, particularly on this one, sell pressure. How do we know it's more sell pressure than you would like? Well, when the candle body is smaller than the wick on the top, that's more sell pressure than buy pressure. And yes, the bulls won this candle on this time frame for this week. However, the bears pushed really hard back. They didn't just give up. What this tells me is it's going to be tough to crack this sell pressure. All the way up here to the top of this wick will be where the sell pressure level holds. Let's see if it actually does it or not. Would you like another example of that? I'll show you a really cool example. Let's break down. Oh, everyone's favorite coin, XRP. Not really, man. I'm just clowning around. I'm being stupid. But I'm going to show you some sell pressure here on the monthly chart. I'm going to give you an example of it right here. Okay? So we'll take this and erase all that stupid stuff that we don't want to see. And I'm going to shoot this candle right here. This candle right here shows you sell pressure as well. You had what would appear to be a bull candle, but the wick on the top is just as long as the wick itself, just as long as the candle body itself. This is sell pressure. And what do you see happen? From then on, you had 1, 2, 3 candles fail over and over and over. Another run up, fail, down, 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 down. And finally, after what appears to be a full year and a half, the pressure finally broke. Back to USDC. We see a similar tail. Zoom all the way up here on the weekly chart. Similar tail here. Big wick, a lot of sell pressure, and then you have 1, 2, and you're working on what's probably going to be a third candle coming up. Can it break through this? It's going to be tough. As we've seen a lot of times, these take profit lines hold strong. How the other indicators look? Well, let's have a gander at them, shall we? weekly wise, MACD's pointing up. RSI is at the second or third highest level it's ever been at. It's at it looks to be the third highest level of all time. It's pretty damn high, isn't it? How's the monthly look? Screaming high everywhere. RSI at the highest point it's ever been before. Going to go much higher than this? Man, that's going to be tough. It is still trending up. So let's be careful here. Again, weekly, RSI is way up there. MACD's pointing up, but it's way the hell up there. MACD has literally never been higher than it is now. Let's be careful here. It appears as though stable's still going. How much farther can they go? Man. Let's put our 2 Fibonacci line up there, our 2 Fib. Okay, because that does happen sometimes. I'm one to admit that does happen. That's at 5%. Does that mean USDC is going to get up there? Well, let's take a look at USDT, Tether, shall we? Not as high up on the scale. I do have this big, humongous channel drawn here. Okay, let's fade the channel opacity out a little bit here. Okay, now we can still see it. This is not so bright. All indicators look the same here. Tether's at its third highest level ever on the RSI as well on the weekly. Highest level ever on the MACD on the weekly. But what you see here, it's only at the first take profit box where you saw USDC is all the way up to the third one. Same kind of wicked sell pressure here, plus a gravestone candle, an upside down dragonfly, a gravestone. Not great. Neither one of those are great. And it's still pushing through anyway. Man, that's a resilient ass chart. Could it continue all the way up here to 7%? Perhaps 7.5%, possibly, but you do have R3 here as well. Okay, let's play it smart here. This could fail as well. Daily chart, obviously, everything's kind of trying to catch up. RSI's trying to rebound. MACD's trying to rebound. Hasn't quite done it yet. Could make another run though, so let's be very careful here. What does this tell me? Perhaps stable coins aren't done running here. If they do run, it's going to be a little bit short-lived. There needs to be a relief bounce down in order for these stables to catch their breath, which they have done for like the last week and a half, 2 weeks here. They've kind of caught their breath, which means we could have another run up. There may be another run up, and then after that, it's going to have to catch its breath again. We saw Strong do this on the way up to 1200. It'd go up, catch its breath, up, catch its breath, up, over and over and over again, okay? You can't say that these won't do the same thing. For now, they're trending up, pushing through sell pressure, which is pretty impressive. That leads me to my next question. What about Bitcoin, right? That's what everybody constantly wants to know. What about Bitcoin? It's always about Bitcoin. So let's get into that. I like to start with Bitcoin dominance, okay? That's what's an eye catcher to me most of the time. On the Bitcoin dominance chart, it's pretty obvious kind of what's happened in the history of crypto. You know what I'm saying? Let's real quick answer some questions first. Keith, can you take a look at the used car market? CUSR. I'll try to look at that. Sure. It's way the hell up, dude. NFA, if I have 2 cars to sell, one of them right now, and wait. Okay. Sorry, I'm a noob, Thomas says. That's fine, dude. Are fibs just to check reversals? No, fibs show us reversals, zones. We can talk about that. Reversals, zones, potential stopping points, and take profit levels. They show us all that. Well, there you go. Jeremy just kind of said it for me. My friends say, I don't know. I don't care much. My friend says, I don't care how much TA you know. I knew Bitcoin was going to dump in December. I love it when people say that shit. Like they're Miss Cleo. Yeah, it's always funny to me. Have a look at Sand and Myth. Okay, we can do that. So use fib and weekly. I use fibs everywhere, but I always start on the high time frames. I usually start monthly and I work my way down. Let's see. Hello, Mudasuckas. What's up, Angel Ponce? Okay, does it depend if you're using long-term or short-term trade? You want to pull them all up because they all matter. In fact, you'll see that Fibonacci lines kind of line up with support and resistance lines pretty closely. And if that's the case, you need to keep those up on the monthly chart because those are the more heavy duty lines. Educated Dummy is here. Let's get started. What's up, brother? What's up, U-Boat? What's up, Robbie? I'm good to see you, brother. Haven't seen you in a minute. Jesus, AVAX keeps dropping. Hit my target overnight. Looking ripe again. Yeah, bro. Everything's in a downtrend. Be very careful. All right. So the Bitcoin dominance chart kind of shows us a historical trend here. You know, way back in 2016, 2017, there was only a couple cryptos. As they came about, you saw money come from Bitcoin and into them, and the charts reflect that as far as XRP, Ethereum, and some others. From there, everything slowly bled back, and it became a Bitcoin show again, didn't it? And then, bam, it hits this trend line and instantly starts failing and failing and failing. And it had a little bit of a ride up in December. Okay, it moved by itself, and everybody kind of remembers that in 20. Kind of moved up by itself, and we watched it go up and up, and we were like, well, when's everything else going to go? You know, everything else is doing 2%, 1%, 3%. Bitcoin's doing 12%, 18%, 70%, 300%. We're all just sitting watching and waiting. And then Ethereum went, and then everything else went. Okay? After that happened, Bitcoin started to fall again and lost its dominance all over again. As you see, the max this time has ever been over this trend line. It's for 1 month and then immediately came back down. I tell you all the time, one candle's never good enough for me. Okay, I want to see multiple candles over a trend line. One candle ain't gonna cut it. And as you see, it failed to pivot as well. Where's the pivot at? On the current Bitcoin monthly chart. Dominance. Right up here above the 21 EMA. Okay, and that's not going away to the end of the year. These monthly pivots stay up all year long. As you see, we are breaking this flag down here at the bottom, which is kind of different. We haven't seen that happen in a long time. Since 21 till now, April, it's been over a year since Bitcoin dominance broke over the 8 EMA monthly. Could this be shifting the trend? Could this show us that Bitcoin's going to kind of be out front of everything now? Yes, it could. Okay, now if that's the case, let's drop down a little lower and look a little closer. All right, same situation here. You're over the 821, crossing upward on the weekly here. Let's put the other moving averages in there because it did have a long downfall, and I bet you they're going to be in the way. Yeah, as you see, we broke the 50. That's good. 100, right around the pivot. That becomes my next open target here. And if you pull a fib, you'll have a target right around in here as well. Let's look at the MACD and the RSI, both trending up. RSI is heading toward overbought, which would be right around in this particular position. That all kind of points to Bitcoin dominance rising. What does that mean? That means kind of Bitcoin's going to run the show here for a bit. In fact, for a long time, Bitcoin has not run the show. Now, this all leads me to the Bitcoin chart. Let's pull that up now. All right. Does that mean Bitcoin's going up? No. It just means Bitcoin is kind of in charge. What does the weekly show us on Bitcoin right here? Anything good? RSI? Or let's start with that. Son of a bitch. Looky there. Would you just look at it? Would you just look at it? That's not great, folks. That's losing strength. Heading toward oversold, but not there yet. What does the MACD say? It's the old limp dick syndrome. It's not going to cut it. What does the pivot say? Failed to pivot in this orange circle right here. Failed S1. Pointing down toward S2 at 23,113. Not good. What about the moving averages, right? Let's zoom in on those moving averages and get a little closer look here. All right, let's take our 821 off and just use the moving averages, right? Okay. 50, 100, 200 here. 200's way up there. Okay. 50 here, 100 here. Kind of looks like they're swooping down, and we failed the 100. We haven't retested it. So even if we did retest it, what would that retest level be? That'd be around 35,000. And that might be a nice little relief bounce, but would that be good? No, not necessarily. In fact, it's not fallen below this 100 week moving average since the April 20, March 20. And here we are. March, April, May 20. right around the same time, 22 now. Similar pattern, isn't it? Okay, so could this be a relief bounce that puts us back in the correct direction? Sure, it could be. We got no guarantee of that. No guarantee of that at all. We need to play this a little close to the vest here because we can't be sure of what's going on here. And I don't like to guess. What I can see is everything's pointing down. Not great. That's the weekly. Let's go to the daily, right? Daily was in this bear flag here. All your moving averages are pointing down, right? Not great. Where's our 200 at? I don't even see a 200-day moving average on this damn thing. Did I take it off? Yep, I did. Oof. So weekly, where's the 200 weekly? Ah, there you go. We haven't failed the 200-day moving average weekly ever. And we're pointing towards it now at 23113. Could we get a tag on it? Well, it did this back in March of 20. It did this back in December of 18. It did this back in January of 15, August of 15. See that pattern, everyone? Hit the 200 and go. Perhaps we do that. Has it hit the 200 yet? No, hasn't, has it? So we wait to the daily now. Every single moving average is rolling over, playing dead. Whew, not great. MACD, hey, it's pointing up. Remember, MACD is a lagger. What's your 821 EMA say? I'm going to go ahead and tell you, folks, it's pointing down. Spoiler alert. Not great. Everything's kind of pointing down here. Remember, there is a CME gap at around $25,000. We're at $29,000. 23,113 is our next fib line. A 38 fib retracement is kind of standard for Bitcoin on high time frames. I'm pretty sure that's going to happen, folks. Will that be the last push? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if it's worth risking it. I'll be watching carefully, though. That's where Bitcoin leads me right now. Everything doesn't look good enough. It is holding in this little thing right here, and that's fine. But I think the most we get out of this is a relief bounce, if that. It's still short. Break it and go long, and I'll talk to you. I'm ready to long it, but I can't because it doesn't look good enough yet. Every single indicator is telling me no. Now, I wish that was better, but that's just the facts. Let's jump over here real quick. What's up, Ignacio Lopez? Zachary says, also shorting AVAX. I'm just broke the S3 pivot. Oof. Nick Carolina, what's up, my guy? Jeremy said, here's the YouTube playlist if you'd like to learn using the free instructional videos. Right there it is. For anyone doubting, I learned how to trade mostly off that playlist in my first full year of trading. I ended up at 32,000% profits. He's not bullshitting. I saw the numbers myself. Yeah, Zach, Wick hit my target overnight. Now it's looking to hold that 1515. BTC riding the outside of the weekly Bollinger Bands. Ooh, that's not great. Let's pull that up real quick, shall we? And we shall. Bollinger Bands right here. Bam, bam, and bam. Ooh. Look at the daily Bollinger Bands getting tighter, starting to squeeze. That tells me we got a little bit more time here before it actually gets really gnarly. Here's the weekly. Ooh, look at what Matt was saying. That thing is just playing with the outside of the Bollinger Bands over and over and over again. That until that changes, nothing good's going to happen. When it plays on the outside ridge of these Bollinger Bands, it tends to stay there and ride that trend down. And it hasn't changed yet. In fact, these bands are widening back out, not tightening. You'd like to see them tighten up, jump over the midline, and go. You have not had that happen yet. As you see, the midline is way the shit up there. Not good, folks. Daily wise, same situation. You're pinching tighter, which is good. You want to see that tight pinch for that price action. However, you're under the midline. And this may choke and dance sideways a little bit more before this thing all catches up and hits a pinch point right here. Over the midline, good. Under the midline, bad. That'll give us a sign whether we are going to hop over this midline, okay, or whether we're going to hit this midline and bounce and then drop. And honestly, I think that's what's going to happen. Just my opinion. I haven't seen anything otherwise to tell me that it's not going to do that. China Matt speaks. Everyone should listen. Hey, Rob, is it possible that this is the bottom? May of 21 had the same price. Is that buying opportunity? Yeah, like I just said, this thing hasn't hit the weekly 200 yet, and it's done that every single time in a capitulatory drop. That's 23,113 roughly. Hey, Rob, that doesn't sit. Oh, hey, Rob, that doesn't sit to P. How are you? He's talking about a different Rob, but that's perfect. Yeah, I watched the playlist. Absolute gold. Thank you, Thomas. It's awesome, dude. I still watch it from time to time. Refresh. Absolutely. That's another thing. You can go back and watch those videos anytime. Currently, it won't be free forever. Is it too late to short Sol, Solana? Well, let's get into that. We'll look in a second here. All right. It says Matt. What's up, dude? All right, so let's get into some of the charts that you guys have. Let's see if you have any questions. I'll give everybody a couple minutes here. If you haven't done so, hit like real quick. Take this video. There's a share button up top or on the bottom right there, and share it over on social media, right? Well, get as many people in here as we can. We're about to talk about the rest of the market. I'm going to start with the used car market, and then sand, myth, soul, and some other stuff. Yes, just Gatorade for tonight. Like I said, back's been bothering me. I don't want to drink a bunch of alcohol and make it worse. I'm only going to drink if people donate. No one's been donating, and that's great. That tells me that people don't want to blow their money because they don't have the money to blow, which means you guys have tightened up, puckered those buttholes, and that's a good thing. I want to see those tight buttholes in retrospect, not reality. Okay? It's a metaphor, folks, not real life. That's going to get sectioned out, I'm sure. Damn it, I shouldn't have said none of that shit. Oh, Matt's going to turn that into a GIF. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'll have to rewatch fibs and pivot points. It's a bit confusing. Yeah, pivot points aren't that bad, but Fibonacci retracement is one of the hardest things to learn. Once you learn Fibonacci retracement, it kind of opens your eyes to everything else, and you kind of start to really get deep on the analytics. But I'll admit that does take a little bit of time to learn. Fibonacci retracement was one of the tougher things I learned. I still remember me and Andrew learning how to do it and him correcting me and saying, no, dude, that's wrong. Remember we read that? And I was like, shit, that is right. You told me that. I did it wrong again. It took a while for us to figure out. All right, so let's start with this used car one. Let's see if I can pull this up. CUS. I think that's K. No, R. And then OOSE Consumer Price Index used cars. Oh, goodness gracious almighty. Look at that shit, dude. Look at used car prices. Son of a bitch. Okay, so let's do what we can here. 821 EMA still topped the way the fuck out. Everything is screaming high on the daily, the weekly, the monthly. Fuck me. This thing is over and beyond all-time high in every aspect. Man, look at that thing stop at the 2 fib. Gosh, things don't usually go past that. If you're looking at used cars here, this is the absolute top. My goodness. It's never been higher. It's never peaked out so fast before. I say that. Look at this shit right here. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Just up and up and up and up. Let's pull up the 6-month chart, okay? I'll tell you, let's do quarterly first. How about that? Quarterly speaking, it's been higher before. Wow. Look at the parabolic run this thing did back in 85. Jesus. And then a recession came, right? Man, look at that thing, dude. So for now, I mean, I would like to tell you that this is the top, but damn, this thing has went nuts before. It's not a sale yet. How about that? It's just not a sale yet. While everything is super high on the indicators, let's be careful here. Yeah, used car index, man. I'm glad you told me about this. I'm going to start using it now. This is really, really interesting. Oh, man. If you're going to sell, be careful. I mean, seems like a terrible time to buy used cars, which is good for me because neither one of my boys or the girls can drive yet. So, ugh. God, glad I don't have to buy cars right now. Man. Remind me of that shit if I ever decide I want to buy another car. Sand. All right. Yep, falling knife here on sand. Everything is pointing down. Indicators are looking better, but it just failed and danced around with the AEMA again. Pull up the pivots. It's failing S2. If it fails S2 again, S3 is way the hell down here at 64 cents. Oh my goodness. That's going to change at the end of the month. That'll probably come up here and change. We'll see. But no, it is not a buy right now. Mithril. Mithril tried to jump into a buy, never got across. Similar situation, fading now. Let's be very, very careful with Mithril here. I don't want to see this thing fail on its face and piss everyone off. I made a ton of money on Mithril, so I get a little emotional with it. It's trying, but it's not there yet. No, thank you. Solana, is it still a good short? It's sitting on S3. You may get some relief bounce here, so be careful. I kind of would wait on this thing to tag the AEMA again before I shorted it. And then I'll be very careful because there could be a relief bounce in the works here on Solana. You might have already missed your short on that one, in fact. Yeah, I would actually say that was going to be a relief bounce before it pulls down a little farther because it's a really long way from the AEMA on the weekly, which typically means it's going to come back and slap it at some point. Tight buttholes for the win, bro. Algorand. Algorand short as shit. Nope, nothing here says yes to me. It all looks bad. Like dolphins, watertight. What's up? One life-changing on a life-changing journey. Good to see you, brother. The blue Gatorade with the rum is a really tasty spiked fruit punch. Excellent idea. I'm actually going to the store tomorrow to buy Monster Energy drinks, Gatorades, and chips because we're going to have 5 kids here this weekend. So I'm going to go stock up, and I'll be doing that. I'm also got to get some more of my adult Capri Suns for the pool because it's going to be hot again pretty soon. And I'm going to be hitting the pool. I bought a new cooler today at the dollar store because I shop at the dollar store all the time. Dollar General, you are my people. Got a new cooler for a good deal. It was like $15 cheaper than Amazon. So I bought one, using that for the pool and the golf cart. My kid's about to turn 15. It's rough, bro. He's been saving up since he was 8, but it's sad to see how little that amount is. Yeah, man. You know, I hate to tell kids to ride motorcycles, but motorcycles are pretty cheap. You know, they're dangerous to a degree. It's not so much the person riding the motorcycle, it's everybody around them. I've got a lot of experience on motorcycles. It's the idiots that drive around you that are the problem. So I'm not telling you to give a motorcycle. I know you're probably not going to do that because you're probably a good parent, but they're a bit cheap now. Said it would fail yesterday. Let's go. That's what else I'm talking about, Jeremy. I like to see when people say, hey, man, no, that's going to fail. Oh, wow, for like $1 million being here. What's up, Darth Labs? That's John. What's up, John? I bet he's got a big old beard right now. We have 55 people on, 48 likes. If you would, go hit the like button. Why not? They're free, okay? Free likes. And yes, I have pink fingernails, dude. My girls hooked me up. Look at that shit. So that's cotton candy. That's 3 different rose colors. Cotton candy with sprinkles, 3 different rose colors, and jade green. Okay. That was Livy's hand. This is Abby's hand. She went with the lipstick. There you go. Lipstick pink on the middle finger and the index. And then I got the cotton candy blue with the baby soft pink. I got the jade green pinky, and I have the same on the thumb. The cotton candy with the baby soft pink. Hooked me all up. So I did their toenails and shit. They had a ball with it. If this is what makes them happy, whatever, dude. People can say whatever they want to say about me. I don't care. Love my kids to the end of the world. All right. I got 3 girls too. They do that to me. Bro, it's just part of the game. All right. Made it just in time to see the pretty nails. What's up, Terry? Off to karting. Children's Day first. June event. Happy trading. Thank you for coming by, Matt. I appreciate the hell out of you, brother. China Matt's a monster. He's one of the smartest dudes I know. I have 6 girls. The oldest visited 26. Painted nails for me for decades. Oh, my God. 6 girls. Jesus Christ, dude. Keith, look at LJPC regular stock. That's La Jolla Pharmaceutical, isn't it? Yes, it is. LJPC, bro. We've been talking about that one for a minute. Look at this big-ass flag it made. Holy shit. Look at that flag. Goodness gracious. Let's pull up the weekly chart. Big ass bull flag on that. My goodness. I bought some calls here. They failed pretty quick and I pulled out of them. Been out of those for a while. So I left that up there just to remind me. Oh my goodness. What does the indicators look like here? They're all pointing down too. Shit, that looks terrible. Looks like La Jolla is going to take a kick in the nuts. Definitely under the cloud. Nothing here says go yet, but it could be a good one, like you say, risk reward wise, buying low, because this thing at one point was screaming high at way up here at $41 a share, and we're tickling $3.50 a share. That's way the hell down. So La Jolla could have a big bounce back one day. Only daughters could get you to do that. Oh, exactly. This is exactly what I was wanting to see when I woke up this morning. Well, good to see you too, dude. Monero looked pretty nice until last night. Yep. Here's the problem. So I wanted to use XMR as a good example too. We were talking about this with a guy pre-stream in a one-on-one session of a good example of what to watch out for when 99% of the market is down. Okay. Again, 99% of everything is down. If one or two or three or four charts look good and everything else looks bad, please have pause. Risk reward everything here. How much can you make if you take a chance on it? 821 cross happens, you buy. If this thing runs up to the next pivot, 10%. How much are you willing to risk to get that 10%? I'm never going to risk more than 5% per trade. That's a 1 to 2 risk reward. That's not good enough. 5% to make 10%. That's not good enough. I want at least 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. So I need to make 15 or 20%. Oh, that's way the hell up here at the pivot line. Problem, there's resistance right here. As you see, that S1 is simply resistance first level. It hasn't got there yet. Support. It never got over support. It's holding at resistance, in fact. So even though the 821 cross looked good, this is a bear market. We never broke resistance. Stuck under it, in fact. This is why I say risk reward on everything. Could this thing keep going up and break resistance and flip it into support? Yes, it could. However, we've seen almost zero evidence that anything wants to do that. Very, very few charts have looked good. And then the ones that did look good, like Luna, should I really even say anything about that? Looks terrible now, okay? In fact, they created a new token, and then we're starting the scam over again. What's the worst that could happen, right? I had two cars sold. One made a mint. Let's go, dude. In fact, the girl's grandpa actually did something similar. He had 3 trucks. He sold 2, traded 1 in, and got a new truck. And the ones he sold in, they gave him a note for. So he come out really, really, really good on the new truck by getting rid of the used ones, right? Come out really, really good. And he wanted to get a new truck anyway. And I think this kind of would be like the last truck he buys. So it come out for him really well too. SXP and TRX, got you. So let's look at those. TRX. Yep, TRX still doing its thing over the 8 and 21 EMA, but as you see, failing to break this big trend line here. I had a line right here that said short. Ooh. So again, just like Monero, let's be very careful here. All the indicators are cruising, not really spiking. If you look at the fibs, this is a 786 headshot right here. Man, let's be careful. You could fail really hard here. And me and Terry already talked about this. I'm going to short the shit out of this one. SXP, I actually took a trade on XSP and got stopped out. I had it long. As you see, it jumped over the 8 EMA. I had a hunch this was going to go to the 21. It didn't make it. It immediately turned short. Lucky I got out because it went down another 9% since then. And it's heading toward S3 at roughly 41 cents, 40 cents and a half. Could we take another run at it there? Sure, we maybe could. I already got burned once. I will not stick my hand back in this fire. I'm going to wait for a good cross before I do it again. I'm happy to short Tron with you though, Terry. Monero is a big short. Yep. I would wait for it to fail at resistance from previous demand and enter a short. How about XELA? XELA. Exela Technologies. Nope. Falling knife. Holy shit. That's a gnarly falling knife. No, thank you. I would stay out of this until you see something better. This looks terrible on every visual spectrum. XELA. That gets a cross out for me. And yes, I write all this stuff down. Something I encourage everyone to do, folks. A lot of people ask me how I manage all this. Well, I write down everything I do. When I take a good trade, I write it down, right? So I'll write down here, you know, hey, look, I did well on this one that I just did a highlighter on. You know what I failed on is, where's SXP over, let's see, SXP, yeah, okay. So right here, I've got SXP written down. Okay. USDTP that I was going to take this trade. It worked out to be the wrong trade. All right. So I'm going to highlight it in purple because it was a failure. All right. After I highlighted it in purple, I know what I did wrong. I got in too early and I didn't wait for confirmation. So I'm going to put an orange highlight over that. And that lets me know that I know what I did wrong. And I'm going to write down what I did wrong. Right. I'm going to write too early. And I'm going to put a yellow mark over top of that to note that I know what I did wrong, and I'm going to remember this to not make the same mistake again. And I do this on every single trade, okay? You want to learn how to get better? You want to learn how to not fail over and over again? Own your mistakes. Own your mistakes. When you make mistakes, realize it. Capitalize from now on instead of getting mad about it and quitting or repeating the same mistake over and over again. Own that mistake. What did I do wrong? How much did I risk? Did I risk too much? Did I get in too early? Did I get in too late? Did I over leverage? Whatever the problem was, write it down, own it, and fix it. Learn from it and get better. If you don't do that, you are doomed to repeat the failures. Don't do that. Now, let's get some more charts real quick. Another good potential stock would be CRCW, the crypto company. All right. Actually, this one's trying to jump back over the 8 and the 21 EMA here. What's the high time frame looks like? High time frames look miserable. Oh man. Oof. So let's be careful here. It is on S1 and there's no S2 under that shit. So it may drive sideways here between $1.40 and $1. Okay. But that's another 30% down. So let's be careful. That thing could fall another 30%. I'd like to wait for some go stuff here. We are potentially breaking trend. Let's pull a trend line here. Excuse me, the hiccups, by the way. Need to see it break trend first. I hate to see it drop all the way down here to S2 on the daily at 69 cents or 27 cents. Boy, that'd be miserable, wouldn't it? Don't want to see that happen. Ryan Bernardo says, beautiful nails, Keith. Thank you, sir. My girls did a great job on them. And I'm pretty sure they're going to trade them again at some point. So school's out after Friday, so they're going to be over here a lot. So, yeah, I'm going to be getting fixed up all the time. I got to take them to the real salon and get theirs done because I promised I would too. Good idea. Nice. Thanks. Nice, man. Thank you. I'm holding you. It'll get up. I'm not taking a loss. Oh, okay. I got you. Nope. No, thank you. I usually run out of there anytime. That's good advice. Thank you. Literally the second I started a trade journal, I started winning more. Thank you. That's excellently done. It's important that you do that. Some people like to use spreadsheets. Like Steven says, he's more of a digital spreadsheet kind of guy. That's awesome too. If that works for you, do that. That's a beautiful system. I just like to visually see the colors on highlighters. It's easier for me. It costs $5. You know what I mean? That's the way I like it. I'm old school and I understand that. I'm a lot older than most of you guys. That's just the way it is. I'm a little different, and I'm just going to own that. I'm still working on logging all my trades and all my potential trades. Yep. Again, I write them. I write everything down that I do. Okay. It takes 2 minutes. You just have to be disciplined and do it. One thing you should hodl is accountability. Big time. That's perfectly said. Make sure you get a pedicure with the girls too. Nah, they ain't fucking with my feet, dude. But I'll take them to get a pedicure done. You know what I mean? That's cool. I'll just sit there and I'll chart while they do that, because that's typically what I do when the lady goes to the hair salon or whatever. I just sit there and chart. But she hasn't made me do. It's just saying I'll sit in the car or whatever. I'm just not going to do it. Let's go over strong and stronger real quick. So strong is actually caught up pretty much with stronger. This is the stronger chart. As you see, there's nothing good happening here at all. This thing has failed 786, 886. We may get a bottom bounce at 14.7. It's just going to lead to more failure. If it breaks 13.4, it's heading to $10.80. And that sucks. Sorry. Supply and demand hasn't balanced itself out yet. It's just getting worse and worse. No one's going to buy any of these because the way they see it, they don't make enough money. So essentially, they've pigeonholed themselves. Whoops. Whoops. Good thing I told everybody to take profits along the way, huh? How many of you listened? How many of you didn't listen? If you didn't, that's okay. You lost. Don't let it happen again. How about that? Learn from that and get better. Okay? Let's do better. You can do better. Strong, on the other hand, looks a lot like Luna. But it did jump over the AEMA. Hasn't really done much else since. Smacked S1 and failed. As you see, the pivots are very far from each other. We need to see something more happen here. This looks a lot like stronger in the fact that it's failing the AEMA again. Nothing spectacular to talk about. It is still a tradable asset. No, there is no more sell pressure because nodes don't make any of these anymore. So all that bullshit hogwash is out the window. It still hasn't went up in price. You can still trade it, but there's no point. There's no point. It doesn't actively do anything. It just is. Just exists. So it's not worth bothering with. The volume is ultra low on this. All right. What do I see here happening with strong or stronger? If you can convince people to buy nodes, which you can't. If you can convince people that you're actually really running real nodes, which I know the bring your own node situation, and I know about how that worked. They took those away. You're essentially telling everyone that you want a strong blockchain with a lot of nodes on it, but then you're cutting nodes off. So what do you really want? It kind of seemed like a rushed decision to do what they did. Kind of seemed like maybe the CEO was influenced by some people to do what he did. You know, I kind of defended him for a bit, and that wasn't because I was invested. I told you guys I was taking profits. I had no problem telling you that either, and I'll continue to tell you that. I can't take profits right now because there's no point. But I'll tell you when I am. It's not really defensible anymore. They've kind of fucked over everybody that helped build it. Honestly, all the old guys that had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of nodes, boy, they really took an ass kicking. Me, I bought NFTs. They're completely useless now. That money I lost and I'll never get back, and I know that. I'm going to try to write that off as a loss. You know, they could have done something, and there's no longer going to be a node marketplace because no one's going to buy a node. It expires. Why would you buy something that expires? It's done. Unless it's a consumable good like milk. There's not going to be any node migration. They're just turning them off. So, yeah, I don't see anything bullish to talk about here. Sorry. Wish I could help you. But they've kind of ruined it. Sorry. Could you still make money on it? Yeah. If you buy at the right time and sell at the right time. In my opinion, this is just more of a tradable asset now. I do kind of get a little bit of interest when I start talking about the strong pool. But price needs to stabilize before I would put my money in that, because if you put your money in that, you're kind of locking it away, and you got to pay gas fees to get it out, which can be exponentially outrageous. So, With my NFT. Let's see. I took profits, but I'm in the hole with my ETH with my NFTs. Held them because of what they said. Same thing, bro. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Crypto Boomers? What's up, guy? What's up? What's up, Bishop? Good to see you, brother. Hey, what's up, Stifler? Good to see you, dude. I took profits, but I'm in the hole. Like I said, same. Fuck you. Oof. I'm not gonna say his name, but yeah. Trading history question. What crypto did you buy last? What crypto did you sell last? The last one I bought and sold was ADA, and that was just yesterday and today. I bought three or 4 days ago, and I sold for 6% loss. Previous to that was leverage trades, and I haven't bought any other crypto since then. Since it's been a while. I've been in stables for a while. Keith Lay for president. I don't know about that, bro. You're not gonna like my take on guns. You're not gonna like my take on abortion. I have my beliefs. They are what they are. I've had 2 days off since Vegas. At least I'm making money somehow. Ha! Almost 100 nodes created, and I only have 5 active nodes. Fuck the team. I'm done with them. Yes, I'm salty. Ooh, Danny Deep Pockets coming with the heat. I bet they're turning them all off and keeping them for themselves. It's an interesting thought. What up, crypto boomers? Yeah, Terry, Nick, you guys need to go talk to Bishop. I told you guys before. But yeah, those are 2, and John need to go talk to Bishop. So we got 8 more minutes. Let's look at BCRX because someone asked about that one. Yeah, dude, you pissed a lot of people off, Mavid Doss. Sorry. Yeah, BCRX, interestingly enough, jumping over the 8 EMA here, threatening to get over the 21 over S1. It'd be the first time in a long time. It took a gnarly fall. At $8 a share, man, this thing looks like a bargain. But it had a hell of a run up. Look at that thing go up. And then fell back off. Let's look at the monthly for a second. It's jogged sideways historically. So, good doji candle at the bottom. I like that. That could be a morning star. Let's put up some other shit here. Good support. Indicators, not so great. It's fallen through the 200 every time it's ever spiked over. Okay, let's watch this very carefully. I don't want to see this fail and everyone take an ass kicking. Let's be careful on BCRX. Let's get some good confirmation first. So it's a close. BCRX is close, but not a buy. I have my own little system. I put marks beside the ones that are close. I put squares around the ones that are good, and I cross out the ones that are bad. If you don't know what I mean, look right here. All right, that's how I do it. There you go. You can see the squares, the crosses, and the little dotted lines telling I'm saying they're maybes. I have my own little mental system that I use. All right. I have tons of these papers where I've gone through and done live streams and charted stuff on my own. Just wrote it down. Watch out for Crypto Boomers Game Changer. Darth for vice president. Have 100 only 25 turned off as of today. Smash that like button. Thank you, David, Danny Deep Pockets. I appreciate it, brother. 75 people on. I'm sorry, 65 people on, 65 likes. That's awesome. We didn't get to 100, but that's okay. I know people are a little bit down on the charts right now. So turns out that when the things are up, people come around more. The chosen one, Forbidden Forest, Moon Soon. Bro, okay. Forest Plus, you asked for it. Let's go. Moon Soon, Thurman says, wait a minute. Where's Thurman? There he is. Ha! That's an old school joke. Everything's down. Bro, my dad jokes are whack these days. I gotta do better. I'm not sure about this one on Forest Plus. Looks like it's a little down to me right now. As you see, I bought $100 a long time ago. It's one of these we took a $100 flyer on. It did have a hell of a run up though. Okay, so it was fun while it lasted. First order of business when I become vice president, I will vote myself out. That's pretty good. All right, so we got 4 minutes left. Let's go 1 inch. I know Drizzy was talking about 1 inch. It's still super short right now. Everything pointing down. Can't handle this one yet. H bar. A lot of people ask me about H bar. Similar situation. Pointing down. No, thank you. Gala. pointing down. No, thank you. DAG. Okay, so let's do ET. Let's talk about DAG and Constellation for a moment. I have a lot of people talk bad to me because I didn't say favorable things about their emotional attachment to this coin. Yes, it's at the bottom of the channel. Yes, it could bounce from here. However, you should have sold this a long time ago. The rewards that you're getting for the node are diminishing versus the value of the tokens that you're getting. Okay? If they give you 10 tokens and they drop in value by 50%, you actually only got 5 tokens worth of value. Okay? When people were shilling this the hardest, it was up to $80,000 a node, then $47,000 a node, now $24,000 a node, and even less than that now. Okay? Yeah. It's going down and down and down and down. I had someone tell me, Butch, dude, it's so far up. You're complaining about a little down after it's 10,000% up, bro. This will age like milk. That's what someone told me. Cool story. It's actually down 79% of the value that it had. 79%. Yes, it did go up 5,600%, but you lost 79% of that off the top. Not great. So you're down like 2,500% or so, 2,000% now. Not so high, is it? Is it still up from what it was? Yes. Could it go down more? Yes. Is it at support? Yes. Let's be smart about this for a moment. Okay? DAG isn't doing as well as you think it's doing. Yes, it's a real node. No, I do not deny that DAG is a real node. Same time, it doesn't look good. The price looks terrible. Yes, this could bounce off the bottom, but it hasn't. I'd like to see you make more money. I'd like to see you buy better spots. I'm on your team, DAG people. Pre-search. Pre-search is on mainnet now, I believe. No, that's 28th. I'm sorry. Right. Or is it mainnet? Are they just migrating now? Honestly, man, I got a lot of stuff rattling on my head. I'm sorry. Was a buy, recently flipped back over into a sell, hit the 50 fib and failed, started to pull back down, back under the 821 EMA, show and sell again. Big, huge flag it's forming. May take a while and jog right. We'll see. Little by little, we're seeing more and more and more on the charts that are giving us more evidence that the bear market just keeps on going. Pre-search roughly pays you about a coin per day, which is roughly 10 cents per day per node. Each node costs about $200 plus VPS, so about $220 a year. You make 10 cents a day. Do the math, folks. Takes you about 3/4 of a year to make your money back. Not a bad play. Takes ROI a bit to come back, and then you make whatever's on top of that. Not the end of the world. Not amazing. Long-term play here on pre-search, if you ask me. If you'd like a VPS, just check in the bottom of the video here in the description, and you can get a VPS set up. You can get a hold of Anthony at RackNerd or on Telegram at RackNerdAnthony, and he'll hook you up and get you set up. All you need to do is buy your tokens and talk to him. So, that was a lot of talking. It's midnight. My back's hurting. We got an unlimited Zoom coming up after this. It's been a hell of a week. Thank all you guys for coming and showing up. I appreciate all 70 of you that came in here and hit the like button. Thank you all very much. I'll see y'all next week. I'll leave y'all with this in the late great words of the notorious B.I.G. You could have been here anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me. I appreciate that. Y'all stay safe. Be smart. Kiss your loved ones. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all on the next stream, y'all. Peace.